All right, she was so awesome. We have her twice today. Wendy, come on up. Give her a big round of applause.
Hey guys, Wendy Raschke. You guys may know who I am. WebSphere application server from IBM. When your unhappy DevOps customer is that guy down the hall. It's kind of an unfortunate title. We're all DevOps, right? Even the developers and operations people. I am not specifically DevOps. So yes, getting real work done in, my team that supports people, my developers, to be DevOps driven, to practice those methodologies and those principles. So it's so interruption prone, right? First, let's step back. What makes work satisfying? Like, what makes me happy at the end of the day when I log off? And hopefully it's universal to everybody in this room. Meaningful results accomplished that are valued by my peers, that people find useful, and that management especially recognizes at the end of the year during your performance reviews and translates into some money. Intrinsically enjoyable just in and of itself. I love to code. I love to solve problems. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here. And then that requires me to go into that flow state that I just find that so just like deeply satisfying for whatever reason. I guess it's better than doing yoga. So interruptions are the bane to that meditative flow state, right? I mean, I think everybody here can agree on that. So context switching, super unproductive. What did we used to call that? Multitasking. I don't know why we have to have different, buzzwords for the same thing, right? I mean, who really is good at that? A UC Irvine study found that on average, the office worker needed 25 minutes to return to that task that he or she was doing before the interruption. And you get interrupted several times a day. That's a lot of time. Okay, so common types of interruptions in DevOps, an unfortunately named slide, I must say, but you know what I'm saying. On a team like mine, where we're supporting the build, we're supporting that pipeline to allow people to do DevOps. Crisis management, firefighting, network going down, builds red, your product, your next product fix pack is not ready to be released. Your laptop getting soaked with water on the plane to Raleigh-Durham Airport, and your speaker notes are on it. Helping that one guy next to you, that unhappy guy that you get coffee with or have happy hour with, and you don't want things to be awkward. So when he asks for help, you're reluctant to tell him no. Requests for enhancements on that one tool that you support, that you created, that process that you brainstormed, that people love, that makes their job so much easier. So strategies for how to deal with all these disruptions, getting the work done that makes us happy, and keeping that one unhappy guy that, you like to go grab coffee with, making things not awkward. I myself, my team, we found that we really needed to invest in strengthening our tools, our builds, our infrastructure, so that things were much more reliable, so that we had less of those interruptions, less of those fires. And like Josh, the first keynote speaker said, you have to expect failure, right? Expect the unexpected. Don't get so triggered by the interruptions, and don't feel like an abysmal failure when you can't solve it the first time. And I've had to schedule dedicated flow time that coincides with a quieter time as the rest of my organization, because that's the only way. I personally want to feel like the developers, the product developers can come to me with their questions and their feedback. But, sometimes I just have to be like, okay, yes, but, how about in a week or two or so? And I was so happy to hear that first keynote speaker talk about failure. I don't think everyone is like the stoic, heroic Marlboro man, like able to resolve everything. Not everyone can be a hero all the time. I mean, it feels great when you save the day, but it's just not doable. At least that's my opinion. Yeah. And everyone needs everyone's entitled to their productive work environment, to their ability to be able to focus, and get their work done. So thanks very much. I'm Wendy again. Thanks a lot.